When I think of school, I think of a place to meet new friends, as well as a place full of new opportunities. Now let's watch my educational autobiography. As kindergarten came around, I was able to go to Spring Mills Elementary from kindergarten through 5th grade. Quickly, we found out that it was really hard for me to leave my mother, and she almost had to stay the very first day of school. Throughout the first 3 months of school, I was known to not talk, so my teachers and my parents actually sent me to a counselor in order to get me to talk. After elementary school, I went to Highland Middle School, where I was there from 6th to 7th grade. At Highland Middle, I ended up meeting some of my best friends, which brought great comfort to me. During my 8th grade year, Highland shut down, which pushed me over to Oak Valley Middle School. Knowing me and my friends were going to be at different schools was definitely the hardest thing about the transition for me. After Oak Valley Middle School, I ended up going to Milford High School for my whole high school career. My worst educational experience happened in 9th grade with my biology teacher. He always put his students down and never really encouraged them to be their best, and he was never really someone I looked up to. That exact same year, I ended up meeting my favorite teacher. He was my 9th grade English teacher. He always tried to incorporate different styles of learning as well as different types of lessons in order to have everybody learn, not just certain people. My best educational experience actually happened my sophomore through senior year when I was able to participate in a program we had called TIES. That stands for Teaching, Interacting, and Encouraging Students, and it was a program where you would spend an hour up to 2 hours each day in a special education classroom, and you would help out with the kids and kind of get them to learn, get them to interact, and just get them to do different stuff that they don't do on a daily basis. My least favorite teacher came my senior year for my AP Environmental class. She always assumed we knew things and never really went over anything, so we ended up basically teaching ourselves throughout the whole year, and it made it just very difficult for a lot of our students. Two different things that I hope to take into my classroom one day are the sense of comfort in involving different activities. I personally really liked when I walked into a classroom and I was comfortable just from the beginning, just by like the different things on the walls and just how the feeling was in the classroom. And I really liked when teachers would incorporate different learning activities for different types of students, just so that it wasn't just individualized and all students could learn. As Forrest Gump would say, life is a box of chocolates. With that box of chocolates, you never know what kind you're going to get, but just like the box, the classroom wouldn't be the same if one student or chocolate in terms of the box were missing.